offensively with Burton and Huff and Evans and some inside play with West. But I thought we got a little better. We improved. One thing I think we got off to a slow start was we weren't able to convert offensively. About the first 11 possessions, we missed some good shots, and that allowed them to get out in transition, which gave them some momentum. I thought our guys played as well from the 4-minute mark in the first half to the end of the game. I thought they played as well as they have all year, and our defense is definitely getting better. And I thought our offense continuity was a lot better in the second half. I had to move Cam around to different spots in the second half and late in the first half because they were trapping our post, which I thought they did a good job with. And I thought we moved the ball well. We just couldn't make shots. But we made a couple threes in the second half that kind of opened some things up. And I thought our defense was tremendous. So just preparing today for Air Force. Not going to do a lot. Guys will just lift and do some film work with me in the film room on Air Force. Really excited because it's our seniors' last game. With Chris and Cam and Kendall. And Chris has been a great teammate for 4 years and done everything I've asked him to do and been part of a great program and won some championships. So, he wants to get into high school coaching. I think he'll be a great coach. And then Cam has had a great 4-year career. I don't think there's anybody that's come farther than he has in 4 years. I don't think anybody could have predicted what he's done this season. So, it's exciting for me. It gives you a little validation as a coach of what you do and why you do it and the impact he's made on our program. And those two guys, Cam and Kendall, have made a huge impact on not only us as coaches, but also the community and what they've done for the school and our program. Kendall, I don't know how much you can say. I told him when I recruited him, I thought he could be special. And I really thought that. I thought, my biggest sell was to him was to come here and do something that nobody else had done. And it it's kind of a blessing because it's come true. And I don't know if there's any player in my 4 years that I've been here has had more of an impact on our program as far as scoring points, steals, assists, wins, and just being a consummate teammate and playing at a high level and improving every year. It's hard for me to pick a guy that's the most valuable player, which I don't think I will because I think I'll do that at the end of the year. But Cam Bairstow's averaging, he's leading the league in scoring. He's shooting over 55% from the field, and he's rebounding. I don't know if he's in the top 10, but then you have Kendall, who's third in the league in scoring. He leads the league in steals, and he leads the league in assists and broke the assist record for the whole conference, which is a huge accomplishment. So they've both had major impacts on our program. It's not going to be an easy night, but I'm just excited to play another game, keep going forward in our journey to try to win another championship. I don't know if that'll happen, but we've put ourselves in a position to do that. So that's about all I got.
Coach, what did you tell them in the under 4 minute timeout there in the first half where they went on the run?
Well, I didn't tell them much. I just told everybody to relax. I thought everybody was uptight. I didn't even think about it. Everybody else thought about it. I didn't think going on the road, being a top 25 ranked team, made a big deal, but I didn't even think about it until about 6 minutes into the game, or 6 minutes into the second half. But we were getting a little tight. We were taking some shots and taking some quick shots, and I just told everybody to relax. It's going to be all right, and then we went on the run. But all I've tried to do is help these guys relax through the year and let them play and try to keep them, not too much uptight as far as, the pressure of doing what they do. But we had to get back to getting the shots we wanted and executing, and we did that. And one thing is, I told them we have to get out in transition. You got to get stops. You got to get out in transition. We got out in transition. We're able to get some. I think we got 4 points in transition, and then we just kind of catapulted us into the second half. But I thought once we got it to 4, we'd have a shot, and those guys came out and played really well in the second half.
Can you talk about how your bench is really contributing now? I mean, like they've been for a long time now, but I'm just saying it seems like it just gets better and better.
Well, I just think everybody's grown into their role. I think I think we got a lot of guys on our bench that can contribute. It's just that some of them don't get to play as much as others, but I think those 3 guys have contributed. I think Merv's done a really good job with us, doing what I asked him to do and filling a role. I think Cleveland's just gotten better and better. He went from playing 6 minutes a game last year to, he's playing, I think 17 minutes a game, and he's doing some good things and making some shots and making some plays. But his are intangible plays too, like loose balls, going for offensive rebounds. And O was a little bit, it's different for O. O's finding out that it's the real deal, and you can't make, you go in there, you're gonna make mistakes, but you gotta be ready to go. And he's learned and had some good opportunities. And then Cullen's just matured. I never worried about Cullen because I've been around him long enough that, the bigger the game, the bigger he is, or the bigger he's willing to play. And, I think our veteran guys have trusted those guys more, and they've made plays. When you make plays, it's a lot easier to do. So those guys have been big for us the last 3 weeks, and they're going to be big for us going forward, especially when teams trap us and do some things. But them willing to take the big shot or make the play, that's huge for our team.
With the last couple of games we've had to come from behind, where does that come from? Is that the maturity of this year's team, or
I think a little bit. I think they've just been through so many. They've been through so many games that we've had some letdowns, and I think they're just very resilient. I think they've been in it. They know that it's going to come down to the last deal, and they always think they have a chance to win. But this is a unique team, that the sense that when we get down, if I can calm them down, there's not really a great panic on them, or that something's going to happen. In years past, or some teams that we've lost to that we shouldn't have lost to, when we got down, we would take quick shots and it'd go from being down 3 to 7. It's like the Kansas game. I think we learned from that. We had 3 possessions to cut it to 1 or cut it to 3, and we had some bad possessions, and then they go up 9, then we never could catch back up. So I think, hopefully they've learned from that. And I think our maturity as a team, not just the veteran guys, but just as a group, getting those guys integrated, I think they've matured, and they battled to the end, and they were fortunate that we were down 14, came back and went on a big run.
Coach, are you guys playing your best basketball right now?
No, we're a long way from it. I don't want us to play our best basketball now. I think it's the best basketball we played from the 4-minute mark on the second half, but we've had, I thought we played great basketball against San Diego State with room for improvement. I thought we played good first half basketball against Boise. But it's just like I told these guys, my biggest thing is I just want them to know that you can always improve. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you're a player, a coach, whatever profession you're in, you can always improve. And my message to them the whole year is that, we got a long way to go, and all we can do is try to keep improving. And by our guys working hard and doing everything we've asked them to do, we've improved in some area of the game. Some area that we need to get better on, we've improved. In some areas we hadn't, and then we just keep working on it.
Coach, when you recruited Kendall, did you know from the time he would step on campus that he would affect the program all 4 years?
I thought he had the ability to do that. I thought he had the charisma. I thought he had the athletic ability. I thought he had the knowledge of the game, that I thought he could make a good impact. I thought he would make a huge impact. The biggest thing was getting him here. And then once we got him here, I think he's just let his game talk and done his deal. And he's improved. He's listened. He's gotten better each year. He's been a leader this year. So you always envision kids in certain roles, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But did I think he'd break the assist record in the Mountain West? No, I didn't think that. But I thought he had the ability to do it, because he really, if you look at it, we really play a bunch of different guards. He's not, he's really a combo, and he has the ball in his hands a lot, and he makes plays. But for him to do that's amazing, and just fortunate that he's come to play here.
What about his legacy? I know you guys still have games left, but I mean, he's top 10 in almost every major stat for the Lobos.
Well, I've only been here for 7 years, and I don't know of anybody that's had a 4-year career like he has. Not with everything he's done stat-wise. I just don't know if there's anybody winning, scoring, assists, steals. I don't know if there's anybody that I've been here with 7 years that has done what he's done for our program.
And for you, is Cam's improvement year after year remarkable?
Yeah, it's really remarkable. That's just a credit to hard work. and a kid that had a vision. You know, I used to watch movies all the time, but you know, he kind of had a vision quest, and he saw it, and he knew what he wanted to do, and then I think it just kept building. I just think it kept building. Then I think this summer he's like, hey, I could probably do this for a living. You know, I don't think he really believed it going into, you know, his junior year, but I think he really believes it now, and I believe it. I think he's going to have a heck of a career, and I think he's going to do big things in basketball. But he's had as big as improvement in a 4-year span that I've been around in a long time. I thought Daniel Ferris had as big as improvement in 1 year as anybody I'd seen, but not over a 4-year period because I wasn't with Daniel the whole time. So I don't know, you know, that situation. But with Cam, it's been a big improvement.
It being senior night, you talked about the grind that this year can be. How can the emotion that night be a positive for the guys?
Well, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be, you know, the biggest thing. I'm just telling them just to do what you do, and you know, we'll handle all the emotions and everything after the game. That's kind of why we do it after the game. But you know, I just got to get them focused on what we're doing and try to make it as stress-free and emotionless as I can. Not, you know, about being their last game. Not, I want them to play with big-time emotion because we're at home and we're playing for a huge prize at the end. So, you know, I'll try to help them with that. I don't know how they're going to react because they haven't been in this situation. So it'll be interesting, but I think they'll be fine.
Kind of talk about the challenges of playing Air Force.
It's always a challenge just because of the way they play, their offense, and the biggest thing is it's a huge challenge because they do totally different than anything you've played against. So not only playing them once is going to have an effect on how we prepare and get ready. Usually you play them twice, and this time you only played them once. So it'll be a lot of preparation in a 24-hour span.
Let's switch them up so they get the other